Wanted to show you guys something. I got a Daiwa Lexa here, 100. I don't know if you guys can see it, but let me get this to focus so you guys can actually see it. All the all the grease on the spring here and on the for the stopper, the gear um, is really nasty. Um, and when I talked to the people on Taco Warehouse, they told me to use the grease and the oil that they have on their site. So I did. I bought that, and I'm gonna redo it right now. But I didn't think it was this dirty inside, and I didn't think that the grease is dried up. And that's about a year's use. Because this thing's been acting a little, not casting any different, but it felt a lot different when I was reeling it in. And then I noticed there was some pieces of metal on the brake disc, which I'm gonna clean. I don't know if you guys can see it, but see that little missing spot right there? There was actually a chunk of metal in there. It's right there. It's a little piece of brass or whatever. So there's probably a burr on this or something, because I've checked this over. There's nothing missing on it. There's probably a burr or something. But just, there's nothing wrong with the reel. The reel casts crazy. It works awesome. So I just recommend you guys clean it out and redo it with the grease and the oil that they have on the Taco Warehouse website. There's only two of them. There's just this and the grease. So I'm going to redo this, and I'll get back to you. Quick tip for you guys. When you're cleaning your gear, make sure you clean it with a toothbrush and get in between those gears and inspect it. Make sure you look at all the edges, everything. Make sure that it's clean of any debris before you put any new grease in there. And clean the the pinion gear. Make sure you clean that. Clean it the same way. Clean it all out, and inspect it. Make sure there's nothing missing, no edges or anything like that. Clean out anything that you see in there, any dry stuff, like right there. I see some dry stuff right there in the middle there. I already took out the bearings and oiled them, so I'm not going to do those. I'm just going to make sure that everything's clean and get all the stuff off there. Like take the brake disc and clean that off. I'm going to clean the brake disc itself, the brake pad. And then I'm going to re-grease everything and oil everything. Take out some of the stuff here and just clean it out and put some new grease in there. Anything that has grease on it that's visual. Taking this apart really is super easy. It's just a couple screws. So that's it. And I'm going to clean the one-way bearing like I usually do. I would use a Q-tip, run some oil in there, and keep wiping it until all the stuff is gone. Or I might even just pop it out and soak it, and then re-oil it. So that's it. And I got some, I use this stuff right here. Clean my bearings. I'm using it just to clean my gears and all my other stuff just because I have it. But that's it. Alright, I'll get back to you. Alright guys, just finished re-greasing and oiling my Daiwa Lexa 100. It's the left hand. So what I did was clean out everything and re-grease and re-oil everything. And things smooth now. It wasn't like it was really bad, but I knew that there wasn't something right. It felt very when I was reeling, it felt very rough and very dry. But when I opened it up, I realized that it was just dry grease and whatever. So no worries. Didn't hurt anything. Cleaned everything out, put some new grease. And from what Taco Warehouse said, that this stuff's better than the stuff that's in there. So yeah, so that worked out perfect. Now it's nice and smooth. You guys might not be able to notice, but I can't really do it with one hand. But it's really smooth now. Even when you put your thumb on the spool and reel it, I don't even feel the gears. Alright guys, so that's the Daiwa Lexa. Give it some time, take it apart, just like any other reel. There's no reel out there that you don't have to take apart ever. You guys might say that there's a reel out there that, oh, I haven't cleaned it in 2 years, but if you open it up and you realize what's in there, if there's any kind of grime, any kind of stuff in the gears, the bearings just lose their oil, the stuff gets worn out, it gets beat up. So I do all my reels. The only reason I didn't do this one right away was because I've been fishing a lot, and it takes time to do it. Like this took me 2 hours, because I wanted to clean every little piece and make sure everything was oiled, and I wanted to inspect all the parts. So next I'll do the Lexa 300. I probably won't make a video for that because it's the same reel, it's just bigger. I would have done a more detailed video, but it takes a really long time to do that. And I got grease all over my hands and setting the camera up and all that stuff. But it's basic. What I'm going to do too is leave the reel diagram link in the description so you guys can find it. In the Daiwa Lexa 100 and the left and the right hand and the different gear ratios, they're all pretty much the same. Except for model numbers for the parts. But taking it apart, the parts are pretty much all the same. So you can, once you go to that link, you can find the other links to the other reels. So, all right, guys. Daiwa Lexa, overhauled, nice and smooth. Everything's oiled. All right, guys. See you later.